there's no doubt that if Mitova can get it all right for the Olympics, she's going to be up there with the best of them. Still has to hone those excellent routines. They're not quite there at the moment. Too many mistakes, but all the difficulties included. Look at the speed, the double layout, and knows where the floor is so well that she's straight out into a front somersault. Now that really is so difficult. Double twist, punch front out of that too. Which makes a real speciality of coming out of a big tumbling move. Double somersaults or double twisting somersault. And going straight into another one. Lifts herself, almost kicking out, and again the punch out of it. Yula Jerkina. Very nice indeed. Flick and two somersaults. Oh, and that was a very difficult move. Taking herself out of line and paid the penalty with the fall. Double tight dismount. Didn't quite have the height, but that's going to be some exercise when she gets it all right. Double pike, just hadn't got the height to land solidly.
Russie.
9.837 for Sylvia Mitova. Takes it into fourth place so far, a total of 38.799. Now she's had an unhappy competition so far. Can Tatiana Ignatova finish on a high note? Beautifully into that tumble. Little tight back. Lift into the double back somersault. at the moment how much the sort of Russian training programs have been affected. But that's a lovely floor exercise. The choreography, as ever, absolutely appropriate to the gymnast. And they've worked so hard on it. It really does still set them apart from the gymnasts from most nations. Pull in, back out. Full twist in the first somersault of the two.
Herberger, Autriche.
Double pike. And now in for that beautiful floor, but 14th place overall because of all those mistakes earlier on. She's really had a disastrous competition, but at least she'll get through to 2 finals. So Tatiana Lysenko, she must know that she's got almost no chance of a medal, but she certainly will therefore be looking to compensate by making the floor final and setting herself up perhaps for a gold there. Tremendous height, and she really is some tumbler, and yet she's got lovely grace as well. The floor exercise is really going in 2 different directions at the moment. If you remember in the World Championships, we saw Kim Zmeskal from the USA bouncing around, making absolutely no mistakes, and then we saw Henrietta Renaudy, who's given these European Championships a miss to concentrate on the Olympics, producing wonderful grace, and on that occasion coming second. Lysenko's got some of the dynamic tumbling of Zmeskal, and she's also got very dramatic dance. Lovely exercise from her. What a pity that beam went wrong. Look at the way she attacks. Double layout. Just had enough height. Pull in, back out. She was clambering round, tired at the end. There's Vanda Adarian, the leader, after 3 rounds, 29.55. But she's got to finish on beam. Real test of her nerve. It doesn't help when you've got somebody vaulting there in the background just as you're approaching the end of the beam, but that's all part of gymnastics at this level. She had to correct there, showing a few nerves, but that was nice and positive. Oh, and that's beautiful. 4 moves in there along the beam. Really does pack in a lot of difficulty to this exercise. My goodness. She's had one tiny little mistake, but she's put so much into it. Here comes the dismount. And lands that really solidly. Lysenko made a tremendous comeback. 39.137 her total after a 9.95 for that floor. But this is the leader, I'm sure, at the end of this second session, Vanda Adarian. But we've got one more session to go. A lot of the big guns coming this the final session of the evening, beginning with this performance from Gina Gogian, the Romanian girl. A sensational vault. And that, after Tatiana Gutsu had set the stadium alight with a 9.9 for her vault, gave Gogian 9.962. A superb vault. Yurchenko full twist and landed it so beautifully, squeezed 2 10s out of the judges. And an average from the judges of 9.962. That gave her the lead at the end of the first round. Boginskaya coming in also with a superb vault. The defending champion, who has won this title on the last 2 occasions in Athens and in Belgium. Scored 9.937. There is that 9.962 for Gina Gogian, throwing down the gauntlet. At the end of the second session, it was another Romanian girl, Vanda Hadarian, who was in the lead. And there, that's not quite good enough to improve the 9.962. Another superb vault, but as you can see, she just wasn't quite as steady on the landing. And we really knew that battle was joined between the giants of this competition. Immediately, Tatiana Gutsu, representing the Ukraine, 9.9. Svetlana Boginskaya, from Bielorussia, as it now is, 9.937, but Gina Gogian taking the lead at the end of that first round, 9.962. And Elena Grudneva from Russia, 9.862. Well, now we go live into the... Right, Elena Grudneva about to go on floor. Grudneva 9.862 on the parallel bars, and then 9.837 on the beam. That puts her in 4th place at the moment. Lovely lift into the double back. Very clean double somersault. Well, we're so used to using the term Russian when we meant the Soviet Union. Now Grudneva is the top Russian. She's the genuine article, comes from Kemerovo.
Sur le cheval, Mélanie Legros, France.
Tatiana Gutsu, this is what we've been waiting for, goes to beam. Full twisting back somersault, lands it beautifully. Such a difficult move on beam. You have to take yourself right out of the line and still land it on that 10-centimeter wide surface. And she didn't wobble at all. Remember, she's in second place behind Boginskier at the moment, and just 1/1000th of a point in front of Gojian. Gutsu from Odessa in the Ukraine. 5th in the all-around in Indianapolis. Oh, full in back out finish on the end of a 3-tumble sequence. My goodness, is she going for gold or isn't she? She certainly held nothing back there at all, attacked everything. There's the middle sequence with the flick and then 2 back somersaults. Gutsu just gathering herself, because that really was some exercise, packed with difficulty all the way through. Flick, 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 and then into the full in back out somersault. Incredibly difficult last run and dismount. 9.25.
À la poutre, Gina Gojian.
There, now all the pressure in the world on this young lady, Gina Gojian. She's just seen her arch rival score 9.925. She's got to go better than that to get in front of her, because she was 1/1000th of a point behind after 2 pieces of apparatus. Beautiful. Her nerve held. Flick-flack, then the 2 somersaults. Oh, and that could be her chance of gold gone. A small mistake, but at this performance level, that is going to be crucial. She'll have certainly lost point 1. And after Gutsu went through that incredibly difficult routine without so much as a waver. Gojian, I predict, must now fall further behind. Good landing on the finish, came back well, didn't allow that mistake to worry her. Flick, somersault, somersault. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's the dismount. She also performed this brilliantly, anchored the landing beautifully. But that one mistake is going to take her probably 1/10 behind Gutsu. Boginskier. She's now 19 years old. Front somersault mount, lands it perfectly. That's the first big difficulty out of the way. Flick, somersault, flick. Real extension in both of those split leaps. And lovely confidence there into the balance. She She really has got the eye of the tiger. A lot of people felt that once she'd lost her overall world championship to Kim Zmeskal, that she might decide it's time to call it a day. She had such a great career. Third in the Olympic Games in Seoul. Won the European Championships twice since then and won the World Championships in Stuttgart. The gainer back somersault, that step into it, why it's called the gainer, adding to the difficulty. Oh my goodness, what a competitor she is. In many ways, her worst two pieces, she doesn't really have a worst two pieces. Behind the anchors the landing again. My goodness, she's not going to give up this chance of 3 consecutive European titles without an incredible fight. That was the start. No problems at all. So what's she going to score for this one? We'll be back with that score and the rest of the competition in a moment. But we'll leave you just for a short time for a break. It used to be Wood, having restored all her confidence at Bercy, has decided to miss this and concentrate on the Olympics. Elena Grudnova in 4th place at the moment. Yurchenko, full twist. An excellent vault, but we've seen so many of them. It wasn't really one to set the Usanars going. Very efficient, very good. A little split of the legs here that makes it a bit untidy and a little bit short off the top of the horse. Somewhere around the 9.85 mark, I guess. She's the top Russian. Ahead of her, a Romanian, Tatiana Gutsu from the Ukraine, and Svetlana Boginskaya from Belarus. 9.812. Now that's much better. Lifted that. Much more attack all round to the vault, and you could feel the difference. Still that little split as she comes off the top of the apparatus, and that's not good. Alexandre. Gutsu in 2nd place, point 4 and some, sorry, 0.04 and some thousandths behind Boginskaya. Tremendous tumbling. Six tumbles in that diagonal. Round off 2 flicks. Flick flank, and then the double back to finish with. And a full in back out, and that little stumble could be the thing that costs her gold. It was only very, very small. It'll probably only cost her something like 0.05, and some judges will allow it to go because of the difficulty of that final tumble. But that is the sort of thing at this level that makes the difference between gold and silver. But wonderful tumbling. Look at that, the split and then the layout back somersault as the opener. Some good innovation there. There's the whips. We'll take a break. We'll be back with a score in just a moment. 5, that's higher than Boginskaya has managed at any point in the competition so far. She's the leader. 39.725 is the mark that Gina Gogian has to beat.
Au sol,
And that makes it
Goggia, Roumanie.
a mighty, mighty task for her. In fact, Goggian now knows that she can't quite do it. She's 0.6 behind, and a perfect 10 would still leave her short. Lovely, lovely tumbling from her. Oh, again, wonderful height in the tumbles. Well, little Goggian, certainly one of the finds of these championships. She is so much improved from the last time I saw her, and if that improvement is taking place at this rate, what's she going to be like in the Olympics? She's just made one tiny little mistake, and that's cost her on this occasion. Look at that, full in, back out, landed beautifully to finish with. Well, there it is. She gave it everything. There wasn't a mistake there. And I wonder what the judges are going to give her for that one. The whip, flick, flick again, and twists up into the full twisting double back somersault. Look how straight she was on the landing. A great competition for her. She knows she must be in the medals, and that in itself a great achievement. She can't take gold, but I wonder whether she's going to get above 9.95. 9.962, the top score in the whole championship so far. Look at the height on the full in, back out.